Jason again from the Grande Royale Ukulelists of the Black Swamp and the Wood County Library Ukulele Club. One of the best things about the ukulele is that you can start making music right away with a ukulele with no training and no experience and no practice by using easy chords like Z and C6 and by finding a few favorite ways of hitting the strings. In fact, spoiler alert, making music this way is practicing. And making music can help you surreptitiously develop dexterity and listening skills and confidence, all of which will continue to help you as you progress to higher levels of musicianship. But of course, what most people want to do as soon as possible is play real songs. By the way, we'll talk more later about different varieties of strumming and picking and combinations of strumming and picking. But for today, more chords. So here are the first three basic chords that most people will want you to learn first so you can start playing songs in the key of C. Here's the C chord, here's the F chord, and here's the G7. C uses one finger on the fretting hand, F uses 2 fingers, and G7 uses 3 fingers in sort of a tricky triangle shape. It is arguably easier to play the piano in the key of C. It's all white keys. But the real reason that most music books start with C on every instrument, including the ukulele, is because it's easy to read sheet music in the key of C. Even for professional musicians, reading a score is not the same thing as making music. Just like reading a book isn't the same thing as having a conversation. Since I'm interested in the easiest ways to get you started making music with a ukulele, we are not going to start with those basic chords. Instead, we're going to start with easy chords, easy to play on the ukulele, in the key of F. If you want to know more about these chords and the notes that are in them and the theory behind them, stay with me till the end of the video. First, here's the fancy one-finger F chord. 2nd string, 1st fret. That's the note. All the rest of the strings are open. And here's its easy counterpart, the one-finger C7 chord. Just move your finger to the 1st string at the 1st fret. Here's that note, and here's the rest. That's it. Just move that one finger back and forth between those 2 strings, the 2nd string for F and the 1st string for C7. With these 2 chords, there are literally hundreds, maybe even thousands of songs that you can play right now in the key of F. Here's a few. Down in the valley so low, hang your head over, hear the wind blow. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, and a filet gumbo. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see my share of me, oh. Blah, 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 da, da, da. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Yeah, there's more words. You can look them up on the internet, I'm sure. So, have fun, explore different ways of strumming these chords, and see if you can find some other 2-chord songs to play. Now, music theory bonus. The C7 chord contains all the notes of a regular C chord, C, E, G, as well as the 7th note The 7th note above C in this key is B flat. This fancy F chord is an F add 9. It contains all the notes of a regular F chord, F, A, C, as well as G, which is the 9th note of the F major scale. G also happens to be the 2nd note of the F major scale, but chord tones are usually numbered by counting up by thirds from the root. So we start with F, skip up to A, that's the 3rd, skip up to C, that's the 5th. So your standard F chord contains F, A, and C, a root, a 3rd, and a 5th. The 7th would be skip up to E, but this chord doesn't include a 7th, but it does include one higher note, skipping up to the 9th, G. I can't really talk about chord theory without talking a little bit about bass notes. In both of these easy chord voicings, the lowest note is C. So the C chord sounds nice and strong with that root on the bottom. But the F chord generally sounds a little more complete if another lower instrument like a guitar or bass or even a baritone ukulele is playing the root note F on the bottom. Especially when you get to the end of a song, it really feels like you've arrived when the root note is on the bottom of the chord. Of course, if you're a more advanced ukulele player, you can always find a way to play an F chord higher up on the neck so the bottom note is F, like this bar chord at the 5th fret. But if you're a more advanced ukulele player, you probably don't need me to tell you that. See you next time. Aloha.